a proper library application that if you enroll, you need to make an account. You can go to the library to ask them for help on how to open your own account. And then you can rent any books that you may need for your studies. So another useful, very, very useful one is the Ino cafeteria. And this is for our cafeteria. You can see here, for example, this barcode. Sometimes the cafeteria makes promotions and you can get discounts for being a student just by using this barcode. And also we have the application Cosmos for checking professors' notification and how your courses are going. And in any case that you have online classes, everything might be conducted through this Cosmos application. Please take note that if you are Android users, some of the applications may ask you to change the location of your app store. So please keep that in mind. If you cannot find these applications on the store, it might be because of your location of your device. Other useful applications, I would say the most useful application in whole Korea is called KakaoTalk. It's similar to WhatsApp or WeChat that other countries are using, but this is the main messenger app in Korea. And I will suggest you guys to open a KakaoTalk account before coming so you can communicate with the international office more efficiently. And also they provide, well, once you open your account, here if you click on this plus friends and you search for the Ino Exchange channel, this will come out, and if you just click on add the channel, you can directly contact to the office every time you need, one by one, and individually. You don't have to come to the office by yourself. You just can ask them through Kakao. And yeah, you can communicate with friends, with professors. Mostly we do the communication through KakaoTalk. Another useful information related to not only Incheon, but maybe the whole country itself is the T-Money card. It's the card that you can use for taking the subway and taking the bus. It's a card that you can use for both transportations. You don't have to buy a card separately for the transportations. And it's sold at convenience store. Convenience stores are little shops that you can find everywhere. Most of them are 24-hour open. Just go there, ask for the T-Money card. Usually it's around 5,000 won, or maybe less, like around €5 if you want to think about that. And you just recharge your first time there in the convenience store, and then you can use just the subway machine to recharge your card. And that's all you need to know. You can move with that card through the whole Korean country. We would like to give you a hint about the international cards working here in Korea. Some of the places, like if you go to restaurants or shops, they might present problems if you try to pay with your international card. So we suggest you that either you have more than one card, or you always have cash with you, or else you can open your bank account here in Korea if you're going to stay for a longer time and you might seem as necessary. But yeah, we will always suggest you to have cash with you. Other important applications are here Kakao Metro, Kakao Map or Neighbor Map, and Kakao Taxi. And the maps here, either of these ones are good, are kind of the same information appears on both of them, really popular applications. And we suggest you also not to use Google Maps in Korea because it's not accurate and most of the locations does not appear how they should, so you can get lost if you use Google Maps. So we suggest you that you install these ones, and Kakao Metro is the one that lets you know about the subway schedule, like when your subway is coming, and it provides information both in Korean and in English, so it's really convenient to use. Some convenient places near campus. Recently was opened an eMart Everyday and a Daiso. eMart Everyday is a supermarket, and it opens mostly every day. except for two Sundays a week that two Sundays a month that is going to be closed, but you can find it open most of the time. And Daiso, it's shops that you can find in Korea. So if you find Daiso near to you, you are done with that. Like it's really convenient to go. You can buy everything like for living, like from toilet paper to pillows to everything. Then a little bit about shopping. We have Triple Street really close to our campus. This is more about like going out place like restaurants and bigger shops, so to spend a good time. And if you want to find uh, another option for making your shopping, it's Lotte Mart. It's another supermarket, and it's a little bit more far away from the subway station, but it's quite close to campus. Once you come to our campus, you'll find that we are kind of isolated from the rest of the city. So these are the most nearby places. Okay, so moving on to important information, we're going to start talking about the visa. And the visa application process might differ by country. However, this information that we're going to give it to you, provide to you, is most of the same for every country. And it is that once you guys are accepted by the university will provide two documents that are really necessary for visa application. You cannot get your visa without these two documents, which are letter of acceptance and business registration certificate. Those two ones will be emailed to you before we send it through Postmail, but nowadays it's sent through email. Professor Brian will let you know when the time comes. And usually the type of visa that you guys are gonna get, it's the D2. That is the type of visa that exchange students receive. And also, we would like to give you an important advice. That is that once you apply for this visa certificate, once you give Incheon University your data as a student, you cannot renew your passport. Like if your passport is going to be due in 4 months, you need to renew it before applying to our university. Because once you renew your passport, all your numbers and everything changes. So you need to do the whole visa process again from the beginning. So to avoid that inconvenience, it's better that you guys make sure that your passport is more than 6 months long. Some other common documents that you might be asked for are listed here. You can take a screenshot or see it on your own. Uh, see it on your own. ¿Cómo se dice? Yeah. Sorry, I forgot the word. Yeah.
It's alright. It's alright. I will send
Okay.
the PDF
Yeah,
file
yeah.
after the
And
presentation.
yeah, and it's important to know also the exact place of residence in Korea for the visa application form that we will show you. Uh, this is not the visa application form, but once you go to the consulate, you need to submit where are you gonna live, so that they can make sure that you're receiving a visa application for Korea. So if you guys are gonna stay in dormitory, like make sure to ask the international office like for the exact location of your place of residence. Once you arrive in Korea, you're going to start the procedure of the resident card. The resident card is your ID card once you're in Korea. Like, this is the way that people are going to identify you. You won't be using your passport that much once you get this one. So this one is really important for living in Korea. And the application process is carried out by the international office, and all international students might apply during the same period. The necessary documents will also be emailed before arrival, so you guys can, the process time can take up until 1 month. So the university will send the documents to you in advance, sorry, so that we can shorten that preparation time. And the admission fee that we need to pay is 30,000 won. Without paying this fee, the process won't take place. And there are two stages after you submit your documents back to the university. So the first one is the application submission to the international office, and that you guys might do that through email before arriving to Korea. And the second one is the digit is this thing scanning at the immigration office, and our school will provide digit scanning on campus that will bring people here so you don't have to go by yourself to the immigration office. And this is once you arrive in Korea. And once you do the digit scanning, then all the process will begin and you will receive your card in about 1 month or less in the office and you can collect it. The resident card, like the form that you might need to fill out, is this one. And don't worry too much. This is the exact same one that you guys are going to receive. And you just have to fill out the places highlighted in yellow. That's all the things that you need to, to fill. You guys are going to come with a private insurance or not, but the Korean government right now has made a mandatory its own insurance. The national health insurance right now, the service is mandatory for every foreigner who stays in Korea for more than 6 months. And the sign up is automatically done. You don't have to make any kind of survey, fill out anything unless they change the policy. And this is done after the expedition of the resident card. Oh, sorry for that thing. And you don't have to worry about any kind of payment before getting your resident card. However, once you receive the resident card, the payment must be performed monthly. You will receive a card at your home with the amount that you need to pay, and it will get like they will bring like a QR code, or you can take it to the bank and make the payment. And non-payment of this insurance may result in fines or visa-related restrictions. So it's not something that you guys can ignore. The insurance fee as of this month of 2022, it's 556,001, around that price. Right now, all the D2 and D4 visa holders are benefiting from a reduction rate, so we have some kind of discount. But the more than the time goes by, we'll get less discount. So please keep that in mind that the price can go up. Oh, excuse me, can you mute your microphone, please? Like, whoever. So if you guys can hear me well, oh, sorry. The payment will be notified, as I said, by post-mail letter. You will receive the card around the 15th of every month, and the payment must be completed before the 25th. If you pay on the 26th, then you guys will have to pay some kind of fine. So please keep that in mind. And also the first letter, it will be more expensive because you're going to pay all the months that you have not been paying since you came to Korea until you get your resident card. Like imagine it takes 1, 2 months, then you need to pay it at once. So the first letter that you receive is always a higher price than the other ones. Then we will talk a little bit about the debit card. This is not mandatory, but however, to some people living in campus might result convenient. For example, for us that we work for the university, we cannot get our paychecks or our any kind of scholarship if we don't have a Korean bank account. That's why for some people might result interest in this option. We have our own bank office in the campus, so you just can go there and ask them to open the the bank account, the debit card. All that you need is the resident card, and sometimes they will only ask you for the passport. It depends on what kind of situation you are in. And yes, so you need the passport, resident card, and a certificate of enrollment, which means a proof that you're a student in Incheon University. And that's all you need to make your account. And for those who are curious about this, once you open, before going back to your countries, you just can cancel it, and that's it. There's no problem for students to have bank account in Korea. The COVID restrictions right now, they are getting quite lowing down. So far, no quarantine is needed to enter Korea for vaccinated individuals, only for vaccinated people. And as you guys might have received information for the international office, those who have been vaccinated need to complete the registration of the vaccine through the Q code system. If you guys have more questions regarding this, please ask directly to the international office. They will let you know step by step how to make this, or also your own country uh, consulate. They will let you know too. In case that you are an unvaccinated student, then possibly you might undergo a 7 days quarantine. Referring to the mask usage, that is the only restriction that we are doing so far. Like everything right now is opening and closing to normal time. There's no restrictions on time outside. However, masks are still mandatory inside buildings and also recommended in crowded places. You will see that as to this date, Korean people are wearing masks quite often, even on the outside. And however, as I said, on the outside, on the open spaces, you may take off your mask. However, as I said, a lot of Korean people are still using it outside, so don't be scared. It's totally legal to take off your mask, but also recommended in crowded places. And another thing that you might need for your arrival to the country is a negative COVID test. You know, please keep in mind that these policies are in constant change. So you can visit these websites that I list underneath to get more up to date information about this matter. Okay, regarding courses, you might be questioning what kind of lectures you can study here in our university. To get a rough idea, you can go into the website globalinu.ac.kr, and you go to inbound international students, incoming exchange student, and then you can find the courses. However, this list is not going to be actualized. The final list for the semester you're going to be studying with us is going to be emailed to you, like from the international office. So just you can take it as a rough idea, like to make, I like to study that, I like to study this one, but it's not the final list. Please keep that in mind. The final would be emailed. And also, if you want to keep up to date with the latest notices, you can also go to the notice board online and search further information. Course registration, maybe Mary can explain a little bit more, because since I am not an international student, but mainly just go into this website, Sugang Inu ACKR.
You log in with your student ID and your password, and then you like have to choose like it says there. You chose it's first you have to do the pre-selection, and then later you like confirm like few days later you confirm that those are the courses that you're taking, and like it says in the names and the presentation, the major course, general courses, like you have like the different options like for your different majors, and there's also the Korean courses that they are there.
Okay, so as Mary was saying, please keep in mind that the process is divided in two. The first one is something that they call card, is Jambagun in Korean, and it's the pre-selection process. And it's when you go inside to this website and choose the courses that you can potentially take. That doesn't mean that you're going to take those ones. You're making a pre-selection. Then, once the enrollment period is officially open, you will enroll again using the same exact uh, 6 digits password, which is your birthday, and enter with your ID. And then it will appear only those courses that you pre-selected in the before step. You can see in this one. So here will only appear, oh, sorry. Here will only appear the ones that you have pre-selected. And then among them, you can choose this one, and this one. You have different options, so please pay attention. If the courses are going to be taken in Korean or either in Korean or English, you need to take to pay attention to that. So we suggest you that you contact with your body. The body is a Korean student probably assigned to you to help you with these kind of situations. Since the websites, I believe, they will be mostly in Korean.
Yes,
Yes.
they're all in Korean.
Yeah, so the website is going to be in Korean. So unless you know Korean and you are quite sure about what you're doing, I would suggest that you contact your body 100%. And later you will receive this presentation too, so you can read more into detail, step by step of this enrollment. So just keep in mind two steps. First one, pre-selection, and the second one is the official selection among those things, like their enrollment. Okay, the courses also, we offer Korean language courses, and this is only for undergraduate students. If you guys are coming here for any other level of education, maybe you're not electable for this kind of program. And this also changes every semester, so please contact the international office if you're interested in this program. And you can find it on the same notice board as before in the same website. You can find the latest information regarding to this. Also, you guys might have to perform a Korean level test. You cannot choose, oh, I want to attend the intermediate or the advanced. They will perform a test and they will assign your level to you. So please keep that in mind. Moving on to the final part of our presentation, we have the dormitories. And we are going to start by those staying off campus. You can see here is our campus, and just a little bit, just like by top, walking around 2 to 5 minutes, it's not that far away. We have Coste. This is a really new built dormitory, like high quality dormitory, and the prices for a period of 16 weeks, which is one semester. For a two people room, it's this price, and for individual room, it's this price every semester, not a month, for semester.
Yes, and the vacation period is like other prices. Like they is not included in the price.
Yes, I will let you know. It's exactly 16 weeks, and after those 16 weeks are over, if you're going to stay for vacation, then you need to do another payment, and the same for the next following semester. Probably will have to do it like that. And please note that the bedding is not provided and meals are not included. This is only the price for the room, and everything inside the room you're gonna have to provide it by yourself. You have to take it by yourself, like by yourself. Then we have the dormitories on campus. Currently, the international students are allowed to stay in the first dormitory. Like I'm living there. She's living in Coste. That's why she recommends Coste probably. And I'm living in the first dormitory. And right now I'm staying also in a 4 people room. And the fee that we pay every 16 weeks is the same period as for Coste, the other one, is 406,000 won. And also the vacation period is not included. And we have two options for 4 people room. Here we have two beds, and then there's a wall and another two beds. So it's like 4 people in the same room, but we are divided. It's like 2 and 2. And then we have the open concept, when it's the same room but 4 beds with no division. So we cannot select that. That is randomly assigned at the time of the enrollment. You cannot choose if you have open concept or not. But I can say that it's not that bad. Like it's not as bad as it looks on the picture. It's quite comfortable, the living inside the first dormitory. We also have our own cafeteria, which is also a very good price. We have our own kitchen, small size kitchen, but still really useful. And also we have a gym for free. Coste also has a gym for free, and many other facilities they provide for free. And that's all that we can say about our dormitories. If you have any further question, please let us know on the chatting. And that was everything for the presentation. We're gonna do the Q&A time now if you have any specific questions.
Okay. Thank you, Maria.
Yeah,
Good presentation. Okay.
and if you guys want to contact us individually for any kind of further questioning apart from today, you guys can contact us through Instagram or through Kakao. the application we mentioned before, uh, or through our email from the Malaga office. Everything is welcome. So if you guys have any questions, please let us know through the chatting room.
All right, Bita. Bita, do you have the question? You hand up. Okay.
Okay, as for the Korean program, I am actually not that sure because that keeps changing every semester.
Yeah, the Korean course is like so
Yes, for
they're
undergraduate
different from
student,
like the
you can get the.
sorry.
Can I say? For the Korean program, the Korean language class, you can get the credit. Normally 2 or 3 credits for each subject.
The Korean language course and the Korean language subject, they're different things.
Yes,
Mhm.
but during the semester you can select the Korean language class without extra money.
Yes. And here the second question is regarding the dormitory. And wait, sorry. And the question is, does everyone get the chance to stay in dormitory? Yes. The international office ensures that if you enroll during the enrollment period, you are going to be granted a dormitory room. However, keep in mind that you need to apply during the determined period, and once you are assigned, you cannot change your room, probably.
Uh,
And
for the insurance,
yes.
everyone have to get their own individual insurance. The Korean health insurance is the mandatory service, but it's not full covered for your any accident or disease. So you need to your own individual insurance.
Yes, that is right. Like if you happen to go to the hospital in Korea and you just want to use the national insurance one, usually they cover, like depending of the type of treatment you're getting, from 40% to 70% of the treatment. So you still have to pay some money. It's not 100% coverage. So if you come with the Korean one and also your individual one, you can ensure that you're gonna receive a free treatment, but you need to have your own one. Only the Korean one cannot provide 100%. And are the classes next semester mainly on campus or online? Right now, I believe most of them they're going to be face to face. I believe. I don't think we are going to continue with online classes anymore. Right now, the coronavirus situation has gotten pretty good here too. So from this semester, we have been performing face to face classes, offline classes. When does the fall semester start and when does it end?
I think
Yeah,
it's hard.
beginning of September and the middle of December is official studying period for your semester.
Yeah, you can think about September 1st and around Christmas, you're going to be done with the semester.
But I hope everyone arrived in Korea end of the August before start the semester.
Mhm. Also, keep in mind that the enrollment period for your courses is before you arrive to Korea. It's not in September, it's going to be held before that. I think I put it here. The course registration process, it's mainly done at the end of August. So please keep that in mind too. Will our body stay in the same room as us? And no, the body it's just a student. Probably you can have the chance that they stay at the same dormitory as you, or maybe they live with their parents. They're just students; they can live in wherever they please. So the thing is that you need to keep a close contact to them through Kakao usually, but they won't be living at the same room as you. And cost day, what is it not included?
the only thing included is like the room
The
and the
pillows, blanket, you have to buy by yourself.
yes.
Yes, all that, but everything like water fee, electricity fee, all of that is included if that is what you're asking. But only about meals and your own personal stuff. That's all you need to provide if you come to cost date. Same for the other dormitory. None of the dormitories in Korea usually none of them provide any bedding or meal fee. Okay, so all of that you need to provide it by yourself.
Is internet included?
Internet, yes, is included. Yes, such as utilities, Wi-Fi. Yes, utilities and Wi-Fi is included. You don't have to pay extra fee in any of the dormitories that we said. What is our official start? Is there an introduction week? Brian and me, maybe we can. Is there an introduction week before the classes start?
No, actually, it depends on the subject and professor.
Yeah.
Yeah, some professors is very strict to the taking the class, so you have to participate to the first class.
Mm.
Okay.
That's right. Usually, what you guys are going to have is a dropout period, they call it. Is that once you enroll for the first week, usually it's just 1 week, 7 days, you can go to the first class, see if you like it, and if you don't like it, you can drop. You can say, oh, okay, I'm not going to take this one, and you can drop off.
Yeah.
Only during the 7 first days. And that is the introduction week itself. They don't do any kind of introduction, but you can at least take a close look to the subject.
I can tell you guys for this year, from September 9th, Friday, is start the Korean Thanksgiving Day, the holiday, until the 12th and the Monday. So I think the first week will be very busy because it is only 4 days from 5th to 8th. Right, Maria?
Yes, I think so. And moving on to the next question, how do we apply for Coste or any other dormitory?
Yeah.
The international office will let you know how to apply.
Yeah.
Usually they apply instead of you. You don't have to do any kind of registration in the Korean
You only
system.
have to choose between the two dormitories.
Yeah, you choose what kind of dormitory you want, and that's it. You wait until they give you the final answer, and then you do the payment. You don't have to fight with anybody for your seat or something like that. It's everything is provided by the international office. And how do we come in contact with our body? Same. The international office will send you an email probably, and
Yes,
you
they send you their contact and their info, and you contact them with your body.
So literally the international office will be doing most of the things for the international students, so don't worry too much. Can we attend Korean language courses even if we have never studied Korean?
Yes, I think there's like
Yes.
different
Yes,
levels.
it is.
So you,
Yes, if you enroll on the basic level, yes, you can attend. We believe if there's enough people to open the class, then yes. 일본인이다. 사용을 일본 위해서 하는 것 같은 방도 해주시. Yeah, if you come to the dormitory and you want to live with someone in special, you can apply. Like, I want
Yeah.
to share my room with this person. Like,
yeah,
I
you
want to
put
live with
their
Mary.
names,
Yes,
and the other
Norika,
person
I
put
will
their name.
arrange. Yes, everything I arrange for your dormitory. So
Yes. So
I will survey.
So anyone who is living in the dormitory, even if it's all student, you just write the name and you can live with that person. So probably, yeah, you get to live with your friends. Is there a sheet with all the rules and what is provided in Coste Dormitory?
Yeah, they send you a PowerPoint with all the things that you have and can't do. There are things that there's like
Yeah. Yes, there is a rule in the hostel. They have orientation when you start to stay in Costa the first day. I mean, in the first week, they will make the orientation for you guys. for the policy and the procedures to stay.
Yes. And also, I would like to comment that the first dormitory, the on-campus one, also has its introduction period. Like they do some kind of presentation during the first month, maybe. Usually it takes like 2 weeks. Online, they upload a video to let you know what kind of things you can do, what you cannot do. And also, like to comment that the on-campus dormitory has a curfew. It closes at 2 a.m. So after 2 a.m. you cannot go inside the building. Like if you want to go out and party or something like that, and you arrive at 2:30 a.m., you cannot enter the room. And but in Coste, there's no time limit. But the on-campus one closes from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. So you need to wait until 5 a.m. to come inside the dormitory. But it's important for you guys probably. How much do we have to pay for the dormitory if we arrive earlier or stay for vacation? The international office will provide you that information before arriving specifically because every semester changes, so we cannot provide you specific information right now. I'm sorry, but the international office will let you know if you write them an email.
Yes, I will make the survey for all the dormitories, include the payment to stay. So please wait for that.
Uh, Here we have a specific question regarding courses.
Ooh.
As I said, the list still is not concrete, so you will have to wait until the course list is emailed to you, and then there you can check everything. Everything is divided by English or Korean, and you can check the availability of each courses. So I'm very sorry I cannot reply to your question. Yes. Oh, yes, Wi-Fi. Sorry. The next question, I'm not sure if she got it or not, but yes, Wi-Fi is free in every dormitory. And mostly around the campus, there's free Wi-Fi everywhere, so don't worry about that. From what date are we allowed to live in the dormitory?
2 weeks before start the semester.
Yes, usually sorry.
So
I believe that you can choose that. Choose a person. Here another question about living with someone designated in your room. Yes, you can choose your roommate. Other than Shinhan Bank, are there other bank ATMs inside campus? There's only Shinhan Bank, only this one. So you will have to go outside the campus to retrieve money if you have another Korean bank account. Is the rent payment for the dormitory could stay taken monthly altogether?
It's a whole semester.
The rent payment is always whole semester, not monthly fee. Whole semester. All the prices that we said are semester. When do you suggest us to arrive in Korea? I will suggest to arrive 2 weeks before 2 or 1 week before the semester starts, so you can get used to the life in Korea and also get a little bit contact of what problems may arise with your stay. And yeah, so around 2 weeks before September. 사인실에 와이파이가 있나요? Yeah, 사인실에 와이파이 있어요. Do you know when the orientation will be? The orientation will be...
I'm planning 5th to 8th. The one day I'm not fixed. I didn't fix yet, but I'm planning the second week of September.
기숙사 언제부터 이주할 수 있습니까?
2 weeks before.
2 weeks before. 학기 시작하기 전에 이주. What platform can we use to find a place to stay outside college? There are many of them, but
For exchange students, we don't allow to students stay outside of the
Okay.
place by yourself because there is some safety issues. I cannot. We have to management for the all the exchange student, so we don't allow you stay the other place.
Thank you. I didn't know that. 그 세예시입니다. 이번 콩고토 약기는 유학할 예정인데 그 스테이 비용은 얼마나 필요할까? 제가 영어 잘못해서 응답하시면 감사하겠습니다.
예.
뭐라비요?
하라카와 학생 자세한 비용은 이메일로 다시 연락해 줄게요. 그 기숙사 일본 학생들 마이크 좀 꺼주세요, please. 네, 그 all the information of co-stay or the on-campus dormitory, I will send the all information to everyone, maybe next month. Okay, so don't worry about it. For the Japanese student, I'm saying the Korean. 일본 학생들 코스테이 비용은 지금 한 학기에 300만 원 정도 지금 보면 되고요. 그리고 그 자세한 정보는 추후에 다시 이메일로 보내줄게요. 오케이, 마리아?
And here we have another question. Is it guaranteed that I can get a single co-stay room, or is there only a guarantee for shared rooms? I believe yes, that if you apply, you're guaranteed.
Yes, if you apply when I make the survey, I can ask to the co-stay to make the empty room for you guys. So you have to make fill the survey in the deadline. So please keep your email watching for my email information. Yeah.
저는 사실 이 룸메이트는 선택할 수 있습니다. 예.
룸메이트는 제가 학생들 학교하고 보고 어레인지를 하는 거기 때문에 사전에 따로 요청이 있으면 미리 얘기해 주면 조정이 가능해요. 네. We don't have enough time, so we receive until this question. I mean the next two question. Next three question, last question. Yeah.
Okay. We will try to leave the things that we're saying right now written so you can have all the information we're saying here. And yes, international students are not allowed to live outside campus, only in dormitory. And we'll be rooming only with exchange students or Korean students. Usually exchange students are paired by among exchange students. Only if there's like an odd number, you may have the experience to share with some other nationality students. But it all depends on how it comes to the time of application. So yeah, this was the last question. I think thank you guys for listening so far to our presentation today. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you find it useful. We will try to gather all the information that we said and leave it written, and also Brian, he will send it to you, the presentation, so you can have this PPT.
Okay, one thing for the co-stay dormitory, there is the deposit about 100,000 Korean won for co-stay, but on campus there's no deposit. Okay. So I will send all the information, more details to everyone as soon as possible when I fix the student number and your application. We will uh, for the body program. I will match to you guys about end of July. I hope the middle of July I arrange the body for you, so they will contact you and help the every information for for exchange student. Okay, thank you everyone. If you have any question, please contact me in the inbound email, but please send to the email after you get the letter of acceptance. Okay, I cannot reply for everyone 100 more than 100 students each time. So so you can make the question and you send to me after the you get the letter of acceptance. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you, Maria and Mary.
Yeah. See you next semester. Bye.